Propaganda is one of the most vital and important things in society, but it also is one of the most vital and useful tools in family and relationships and friendships. The problem with that is that propaganda is propaganda because it's pretty one sided and biased. It leads you to maybe fall apart from the structure that you are and be convinced or convince yourself of something that you might not even really believe or accept, but all of a sudden you do. I think the worst part about propaganda is that we forget that there are several propagandas and we only look at one pamphlet per se, or one rule book, or envelope with plans, whatever you want to call it. The issue with propaganda today is that we look at propaganda, as I explained, only as a social motive and not as something that happens in relationships and regular life structures like family or work or romantic interests. Even in friendships. What we need to understand is that people who propagate are propagating based on a bias. It's always going to be biased. There's always going to be a bias, and they expect you to believe it, and they will say anything you need to hear for you to believe it. Racism has been propagated for the purpose of proving that people can be misled to believing something that makes utterly no sense when love has no color. Ableism, which is a propaganda against injured or handicapped or disabled people, is pretty harmful for many reasons. One of the biggest one is because we are told that someone injured cannot do something, and that challenges someone injured to try to do something, and they might not be able to do it right because they're injured. And the propaganda is to not even give them the hope so that they don't face disappointment. How are you ever going to live free or die hard if you don't believe in yourself and do your homework?